these other people are people who had to type things. They had to deliver things. They had to make flyers. They had to propaganda, make sure our people, like, Malcolm may have been a spokesperson on television. You see what I'm saying? But it was someone that had, like, when he getting ready to make a speech on television, he may say, he got one about how a dog, something about how he wouldn't let the dogs get on him, or how the people were dogs. You know, like he speaks on, you know, we know some of the ideology of you know, how the white man is the devil, basically. So before he gives this speech on television, there's somebody had to make sure they gathered members. Members got this speech first. Members were able to hear what he was about to say. They already know this ideology. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, when you say organization in these groups and things like this, I know one of the things that the oppressive culture teaches you to do is to focus on individuals, individualism, and then they act like, you know, but the people are what makes the movement. And just like Dr. King, when he marched, he was in the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, but he also didn't march by himself. You know what I'm saying? If he marched by himself, you know, we can already see that he would have been one dude walking around by himself, and I doubt if he would have got as much press or had any effect. You know, he obviously wouldn't have been as effective. So, again, organization, ideology, make sure your basis in history. We don't want to keep repeating the same things. We want to pick up where our people left off in our struggle. And that takes a lot of analysis. And I'm not saying who has the correct analysis. I'm not saying where the correct analysis is. I'm just saying it takes some analysis, and it takes knowing our ideology. It takes knowing many, like I said, we have diet, black nationalism, cultural nationalism, religion, Pan-Africanism. You know, we have all these different areas of a people. So I'm just saying, you're going to have to know something about, especially if you start in your own organization. You know what I'm saying? But if you get focused, you're going to know something about some of all of it. And then you focused on, well, I like this area in particular. You see what I'm saying? So, again, Upliftment 101, one of the things we don't want to do either is lean on our own understanding. A lot of people, I know you've heard that sounds familiar with Christianity or whatever, but one of the things that people do is they read a lot of books by themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you go off and, you know, you're reading a whole lot of books, but believe me, you're not getting the full understanding unless you read that book and then you cipher with someone else. Because one of the things we run into now is a lot of people don't want to argue. You know what I'm saying? And you have to cipher. You know what I'm saying? We have to bounce these ideas off of each other. If you go read something and you say, well, I thought when they were talking about Nat Turner, you know what I'm saying, that he seemed a little brutal. I mean, they you know, and that type of thing. And then someone else will say, well, I read the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like, well, he was a minister. You know, he prayed first. You know, he got a vision, and then he was pretty much like, seemed more like a brother that was pushed over the edge because of the oppressive conditions. You see what I'm saying? So there are different interpretations. You see what I'm saying? And many of the interpretations will work for Upliftment 101. But I'm just saying, these are the things you have to understand, not leaning on your own understanding, being able to cipher and talk with someone, even if it's just bouncing the ideas off of someone that even has not even read what you're reading. But not, you have to, you know, be on a guard against our arrogant attitudes or, you know, our superiority complexes. We don't want those type of things when we're dealing with it. No osmosis. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people think I can just go to the meetings and not really read anything, or if we're assigned readings or these type of things, that they don't have to do that. They also think that, well, I don't have to go to the group. I don't have to be in an organization. I don't have to join a group. I'm black just by virtue of being black. Like osmosis, I'm going to get what our upliftment strategy is, or I'm going to know something about something just from it seeping in my skin or seeping in my brain. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. No osmosis. We're not trying to, when we say we want concrete and empirical data, we want, you know what I'm saying, we're a material people. We don't just think of things, we have actual actions. You know what I'm saying? We have faith, we have work, we have actions, we have thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Another thing right quick, before I go again, Upliftment 101, organization, ideology. Plain and simple. You need some type of group you belong to. That group needs a way of thinking. You need to be a person that's organized within yourself. Like some groups have supporters. You know what I'm saying? People who you may not have as much time to do things, but say if it was a rally, you could show up on Saturday at, you know what I'm saying, 7 o'clock and make signs and help make signs. And that's what you do. You just show up and help make signs. You know what I'm saying? But you are focused enough to know which group you want to make signs for and what needs to go on the signs. You see what I'm saying? But one of the things that like I said, organization, ideology, let's see, with the people who when you're going into the community, one of the problems that we have is like a lot of our organizations have programs of action. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to your organization, you're going to have a step program or things that we want, or you have certain actions that you're undertaking or overtaking. So the thing is, you see what I'm saying, is realize if you're working within your community, it's just like, I'm not sure if anybody's ever belonged to block units or whatever in a communities. In your individual community with your people, you have block units. That's something you may be focused on, and that's your community activism. You know what I'm saying? It's your Upliftment 101 is making sure the community at least is organized. At least our community is clean. At least all the people are somehow affiliated with the block unit. You see what I'm saying? That may be what you do. But one of the things that is a lot of people are so focused on top-down type of leadership. Like they want the person that's the leader or the spokesperson or the head figure to have all of the ideas. They want them to have. Now, one thing about a good leader is they can hear an idea or get an idea and provide direction for that idea. They know how to delegate these type of things. So the point I want to bring up is making sure it's a concept: follow, lead, regulate, participate. Follow, lead, regulate, participate. So even as a person who is a stronger personality or a person that is a leader within something, follow, lead. You see what I'm saying? You follow and you lead, you regulate and you participate. Meaning that you're going to get ideas from people, they're going to get ideas from you. Y'all have to constantly keep building with each other. You're not going to be able to lead everything. You don't know everything. You can't direct everything. It's people, when you go into a community and want to work with the community, it's people in that community that already have ideas. They've been in that community longer. They already know what that community needs. And they already know some of the social dynamics in their particular area. You see what I'm saying? So you have to follow, lead, regulate, participate. So again, like I say, Upliftment 101. You're going to have to have an organization, a group, or you yourself going to have to be, you see what I'm saying, organized enough to know where you should be a supporter. You know what I'm saying? Where you're going to be focused at. And that brings you to your ideology, which is your way of thinking. As we saying, organization, ideology. We need to get there. You know what I'm saying? Either join the group we already have, NAACP, NOI, UAPO, Republican New Africa, Urban League. You may have many community groups and grassroots groups close to you. Find out about them. Upliftment 101. We got to get there. Organization. Join a group or create your own group. You see what I'm saying? And then, find that way of thinking. You may explore. It ain't saying you got to get in the group next week. Next week you might just go to a meeting. Then after that you go to somebody else's meeting. Then you run into somebody else somewhere else and talk to them about the group they're in or whatever. But our people going to have to get organized, and then we're going to have to have an ideology. Ideology as in a direction, or at least knowing that we want to be uplifted. You see what I'm saying? We're going to work on, we want to be uplifted. We got to have that vehicle, that organization to get there. All right? So that's Upliftment 101. Organization, ideology. Get in the group. Ideology, your way of thinking. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get there for whatever, backward never.